Earlier this year, Ikea released a surprisingly affordable air purifier, the rnuftig. I won't attempt to pronounce that again, as I'm most likely saying it wrong. It's a minimal design air purifier, ideal for small rooms at an affordable price. At $54 or £50 here in the UK, the purifier itself is about the same as what other companies would charge for the replacement filters alone. It doesn't offer any of the bells and whistles that come with many other modern air purifiers, but its elegant design and low price tag makes it a serious contender. But is it any good? So its design. Most air purifiers look pretty ugly, big weird looking plastic machines that take up too much space. But Ikea's offering looks sharp, and it measures roughly 12 by 18 inches, so it doesn't take up too much space. It's very thin at 4.5 inches deep, and if you want, you can ditch the floor stand it comes with and mount it horizontally or vertically on a wall, like I have. Excuse the cable mess here, but I have it mounted under my desk where you can't see any of these cables. Very few other air purifiers can mount to a wall, which I think is a great feature for keeping it tucked out of way and out of sight. So, its functionality. It has a clean air delivery rate of 130 cubic meters per hour. That delivery rate is an industry standard measurement of how efficiently a device can filter the air in a room over the course of an hour. Without boring you with the details, that rating means the device is a good choice for small rooms like bedrooms or small home offices. If you're buying a device for a bigger room, it may not be best suited for your needs. Inside there are two filters. One is a HEPA 12 filter that blocks 99.95% of particles 2.5 microns or larger, such as pollen and dust. The second is a carbon pre-filter that absorbs formaldehyde and odours such as smoke and cooking smells. A replacement set of filters costs $15 or £10 here in the UK, and that's cheap. People rarely take filter costs into consideration when choosing an air purifier, but when you're replacing them every year or so, that cost can add up to a substantial amount. For comparison, a Dyson air filter replacement costs around £65 or roughly $90. That's a big increase in price. It has 3 speed settings, but no automatic mode to ramp up speed when detecting higher particulate levels. The lowest setting is marketed as being quiet enough to have in your room while you sleep, which I can confirm is true. So, do you need one? Pollution in a busy city can often be visible to the naked eye, with smog and other things like that. But did you know that the air in our homes also contains pollution from dust, pollen, cooking and gas chemicals such as formaldehyde that are bad for our health? Airing out by opening a window and cleaning help to a certain degree, but with an air purifier, the particles and chemicals are effectively filtered without you having to do anything. If you live in a new build home like myself, you'll find your home is sealed almost too well. Designed to be more energy efficient, the double glazing keeps all the heat inside, which is great in winter, but terrible for air quality and getting rid of smells after cooking. New build homes like mine often have outlets built into them, which pump in fresh air, a legal requirement here in the UK to help improve air quality, but they don't do a lot from my experience. So, you may be wondering, is there a way to integrate this with your smart home? This is one of the biggest drawbacks of the Ikea air purifier: no smart controls. There's no wireless connectivity, remote app control, or even a sensor to adjust the settings. Instead, you get a single dial on the top which handles power and the 3 fan levels. But how can you make a cheap £50 air purifier smart and integrate it into the home? The first step was to get it working with my smart home, which meant at least adding the functionality to turn it on and off with an app or smart assistant. I decided to use one of the many Philips Hue smart plugs I have to control its power automatically. I wouldn't be able to adjust its fan setting, but at least I can now automate when it turns on. Next, I wanted to have it switch on automatically when it detected low air quality in the flat. This is the truly smart function I wished it had. To achieve this, I purchased an Eve Room 2, a connected air quality monitor that works with HomeKit. With the Eve Room, I would be able to detect changes in the air quality in my flat and add automations through HomeKit to automatically turn on the air purifier using the Philips Hue smart plug, and to my surprise, it worked, and it was easy to set up. I have 2 automations added to HomeKit to keep it simple. The first, when the air quality drops below poor, switch on the air purifier, and a second automation, when air quality rises above good, switch off the air purifier. Both of these automations are set to only work when I'm home to save energy. It's not the most complex automation, and you can go into much more detail than this, but this works for my small flat. And it seems to work nicely. When I hear the purifier turn on automatically, I check the Eve app and can see it's detected poor air quality, and when it turns off, the app is displaying good air quality. I can also monitor this via the screen on the Eve room, which has a star rating to depict air quality. I have mine tucked away by my desk, so I can keep an eye on it and notice if my automation is working as planned. So I mounted the air purifier to the wall as suggested by Ikea and placed it under my desk so you can't see it. Again, apologies for the mess, but it's not visible day to day. We now have purified air in the bedroom and don't need to do anything to switch it on and off. This is an ideal setup for me, as I like tech which blends into your space, adding the benefits of a smart home without looking too techy. It mounts easily onto the wall using 4 screws, and the device is surprisingly light. It's worth noting, I've set this up to work with HomeKit, and the Eve Room air quality monitor only works with HomeKit, but I'm sure another brand of air quality monitor could do the same and work with Google Home or Alexa, or if you have Homebridge in your home, you could get more in-depth automation set up, I'm sure. So in conclusion, the Ikea Air Purifier is a great option if you've been tempted by an air purifier. It's affordable in comparison to most other options, and unlike the rest, it has a minimal aesthetic and can be tucked away by mounting it to a wall in your home. It works best in smaller rooms like bedrooms or home offices, but combining 2 of them for larger rooms is another option. It's quiet, and with a small investment you can connect it to your smart home like I did. I've had no issues with mine, and I think it's a great option given its cheap replacement filters. I'm now contemplating buying another 1 or 2 for my open plan living room kitchen and purchasing one of their filters designed for gas cleaning rather than particle removal. This will help get rid of any smells from cooking and keep the room smelling fresh. At £50 or $50 in the US, it's a great option if you wanted to try out an air purifier in your home. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you've got any questions about Ikea's air purifier, drop a comment below and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. If you did enjoy it, please consider subscribing or dropping a like. It's really appreciated. Thanks.